Guys, in the next few questions, we're going to use more log properties to simplify expressions. So before that, I think it's worth to review some logarithm properties. So the first one is log base a of 1. No matter what your base a is, it's always going to be 0 just because of this reason, right? If you rewrite that into exponential form, a raised to what power is equal to 1, a raised to power 0 is equal to 1. And second property, the inverse property, we talked about that in previous homework problem. So log base a of a to the x is just equal to x, or a to the log base a of x is also equal to the x. And the very last one is the one-to-one property, log base a of x. If log base a of x equals log base a of y, and these two values have to equal. So this is one-to-one property. Now let's go to the first problem. So the first problem, we use the inverse property. So because this pi is the base, and you see this power, the pi is also the base, they have the same base. So therefore, you can quickly write down this is going to be 6. And now the second one is according to the property that we just reviewed. Whenever this is 1, this has to be 0. And this is just because the log function, uh, of course, geometrically speaking, it passes through 1, 0, right? All log functions, uh, log base a of x, all pass these points. And second way to look at that is, so you want to look for what this value is, right? So you can rewrite that into exponential form. 7.5 raised to power what is equal to 1, and this has to be 0. This has to be 0. That's why this is 0. Now let's continue to look at another one. This is another way to use inverse property. For the exponential, this is base is 5, and for the log, base is 5. When they have the same base, this is equal to the you will retrieve 2. So 2 is this is equal to 2. Okay, the very last 2, 15, and 16, they're using, we have to use one-to-one property. So now take a look at 15. Both log functions have the same base 5. Therefore, x plus 1 has to be equal to 4. So x plus 1 has to be equal to 4. Equals 4. So when you solve this, subtract 1 from both sides, x is equal to 3. And then you should check your answer. So plug in 3 back into your function. Left side, you have log of with base 5 of 3 plus 1 is 4. So log, which is the same as the right-hand side, right? So you know you're right. The last one, again, if you see base missing, that means, according to the definition, that means the base is 10. So therefore, 11 has to be equal to x squared plus 7. And this is a quadratic function. Oftentimes, I probably just solve it by subtracting both sides by 7. And then, so 11 minus 7 should be equal to 4. Therefore, x is 2 and negative 2 after you take the square root. So this is it.